the more the courts can say it's in the best interest of the child to stay away, right? Because the bonds have been formed not to change custody that you have now given. All right, that's there. So the longer this goes and the longer the court allows this to go, the court's really being manipulated, and then to follow these rules that have been in place forever with regard to the best interests of the child. So I want you to all put that in the back of your hoppers when you listen to what the allegations are going to be about the Bachelorette party.
Yeah, and you actually end up then rewarding somebody who's abusing the system, you know? So,
Yep.
Okay, so Cassandra Mazzone agreed to be interviewed by CIC for the purposes of this investigation. Childhood friend with Officer Fitzsimmons, known each other from the age of 5, good friends until about 18 years old, and have remained family friends since then. She was supposed to be in the bridal party. Uh-oh, is she angry? What happened? Miss Mazzone attended the Bachelorette party in Bethel, Maine on the 28th. She explained that there were events planned for that day through the following Monday. On Saturday, most people were drinking all day. Ms. Mazzone was not really drinking because she didn't know many people there. Wouldn't that be a reason to drink? I don't know. You don't know people. You want to, be friendly. Ms. Mazzone explained that Mr. Alien was quiet and withdrawn on this day. Interesting observation. Around 11 p.m., Ms. Mazzone decided to go to bed. That's when we learned it was breaking up, right? Everybody else was still up drinking. When she shut off the light, she heard a loud bang and screaming coming from the living room. She said the screaming was coming from Mr. Alien's blonde sister, who she believed was called Ashley. Mr. Alien's sister was screaming, "Don't touch my brother." Okay, so got that. This is the Alien's sister. Mr. Alien grabbed all of his things and a backpack and left the house. He looked scared. Officer Fitzsimmons was very calm and said, "I didn't touch him. I didn't do anything. I just want to get home to my baby." Ms. Mazzone stated that no one knew what happened with Officer Fitzsimmons. Oh, thank you. I was just reading to you. Sorry.
That's all right. We're listening to your voice. I mean, remember that Michael Bryan is a voice actor. And so if you go listen to a bunch of movies and commercials, he is a voice that you may hear. And he has this incredibly wonderful voice, as you all know,
Thank you so much. I hope I never have to read this. The way this is just brutal. I mean, as a professional
voice
job. Actor. He looked scared. Officer Fitzsimmons was very calm. "I didn't touch him, didn't do anything. Just want to get home to my baby." Ms. Mazzone stated that no one knew what happened with Officer Fitzsimmons and Mr. Alien behind closed doors. Okay. Ms. Mazzone stated that for a while they were going back and forth trying to calm Mr. Alien's sister down. One of the Officer Fitzsimmons' friends, Deandra, offered to drive her home to get the baby. They realized things were escalating and that they should not be staying at the Airbnb. Deandra was telling Officer Fitzsimmons to hurry up and rushing her. At this point, Officer Fitzsimmons snapped. Officer Fitzsimmons went from very calm to screaming. She stood at the top of the stairs and threw a Stanley cup full of water at Deandra's head. Where's my Stanley cup? Not the big Stanley cup. The Stanley cup did not hit Deandra, but was aimed at her. It is a very heavy cup. Maybe that's the reason for identifying it. Officer Fitzsimmons also threw a box of champagne glasses down the stairs in the general direction of Ms. Mazzone and others standing at the bottom of the stairs. The box did not make contact with anyone. Officer Fitzsimmons had to be restrained by Ms. Mitchell. She kicked Ms. Mitchell as she was being restrained. Later, when Ms. Mitchell was not restraining her, Officer Fitzsimmons ran over unprompted and kicked Ms. Mitchell in the knee again. Ms. Mazzone confirmed that the videotape of Officer Fitzsimmons yelling on the stairs is consistent with what she observed that night.
Oh, videotape. Who took the videotape?
I don't know. I've heard, obviously at this point, the alien was gone, but I heard there was something I read somewhere that he had videotaped. Well, nobody's videotaping anything, but he had recorded digitally on his phone some of this evening. I'm sure many of them did, and those things got to come to light if they're going to rely on them. They better have some evidence.
This still has nothing to do with the bail.
No.
It has nothing to do with the bail. This is him trying to get the child and take it away from her, and then not having to marry her, and then getting child support from her. It's like, come on.
Yeah, I just I don't know enough about their backstory. I can't believe it was all lovey-dovey, perfectly dreamy, and then he starts suspecting her of things. calling her out about things real or imagined. It just seems.
Speaking of backstory, at the end of the show tonight, or not at the end, I'm going to show you a backstory about a couple you know. So,
Okay.
okay.
Okay. Tease well noted. Okay, let's see. They tried calling Officer Fitzsimmons' parents to tell them Officer Fitzsimmons was out of control. Your daughter's out of control, and they needed to come pick her up. Officer Fitzsimmons' parents told them that Officer Fitzsimmons was fine and they could come meet her at the house. At around 1 a.m. or 2 a.m., Ms. Mazzone was scared because people were screaming and throwing things, and Officer Fitzsimmons was unpredictable. All of this happening between 11 and 2 a.m. is just ongoing. Ms. Mazzone left with Deandra and started driving back to Boston. When they left, no one knew where Officer Fitzsimmons was, but other people were handling the search for her. Like, we're just getting the hell out of here. On the drive back, Ms. Mazzone learned that Officer Fitzsimmons had been found and was driving home with her stepbrother and sister in a black Cadillac, because that's critical. While on the highway, a car which looked like a black Cadillac sideswiped Ms. Mazzone's car. Wait a minute.
Wait. Could you go back? Could you do this again?
Wait a
Because
minute.
I'm feeling like should be in like some kind of. What's the movie director that you work with?
Which
does horror movies? You know.
Oh, you mean like Jordan Peele?
Like Jordan Peele, right? I'm beginning to think this could be a good Jordan Peele type.
I mean, I did not see this coming in Act 3. I did not see this coming. So, once again, on the drive back, Ms. Mazzone learns that Officer Fitzsimmons has been found and was driving home with her stepbrother and sister in a black Cadillac. And you, like I, were thinking, well, who cares? Well, while on the highway, a car which looked like a black Cadillac in the night sideswiped Ms. Mazzone's car and almost ran her off the side of the road. The car sped off before they could see a license plate or any identifying details.
And if you sideswipe, you know, I'm going to give you all a recall back to Princess Diana, who was hit in that tunnel, and there was paint chips on the car from a sideswipe. If you sideswipe, there's going to be paint.
Oh, should be a lot of evidence.
A lot of evidence, and you can get that from the vehicles or
and
the cars.
It'd be easy enough to you could just go to the parents' car, see whether or not it's been sideswiped, and that would be the end of that story.
Yeah, and take a picture and then take some of the paint off, and if the paint chips are there, I mean, this is like forensically, it's so easy instead of oh my God, I was sideswiped and it had to be her. Oh my! I mean,
it's so dramatic. The car sped off before they could see the license plate or any identifying details. They checked Officer Fitzsimmons' sister's location after the accident, and she was a few minutes ahead of them on the highway. They're checking what? They have like Live 360 with the I don't know what that means.
So they speed up to check. Oh, let me go after them.
I don't know. Ms. Mazzone stated she did not want to make assumptions about who was driving the car that sideswiped them. Oh no. Ms. Mazzone did not have any contact with Officer Fitzsimmons or her siblings from that point forward. Well, because she was sideswiped by them. Why would you do that? Ms. Mazzone stated that Officer Fitzsimmons struggled with mental health issues, aggression, and alcohol abuse previously. These issues were especially apparent in high school. Ms. Mazzone stated
Wait, excuse me. I'm sorry. I somehow missed a connective tissue there.
Yeah?
The hip bone is connected to the thigh bone, to the knee bone. In high school, where did high school come from?
Yeah, well, if you go back to the very beginning, they were friends from 5 to age 18.
Yeah,
and then they just were more random friends after that.
But wait, read that again. This is like something she hasn't.
I mean, first of all, it's totally irrelevant. But they're trying to support. You know, it's as if Judge McCarthy, Naaman, knew that there was,
that in high school there was some,
I would suggest
there was some high school mean girl shit
or drinking
in high school.
That I can't imagine that. I can't imagine it. So they're working hard. They're working hard here. So let me pick this back up.
Okay.
From 241 here, Ms. Mazzone stated that Officer Fitzsimmons struggled with mental health issues, aggression, and alcohol abuse previously. These issues were especially apparent in high school. Ms. Mazzone stated that Officer Fitzsimmons punched one of Ms. Mazzone's friends in an unwarranted attack. This was a high school.
Wait, how old is Kelsey Fitzsimmons now? Wait,
28. So 10 years ago. 10 years or so ago.
11 years ago, she punched somebody, and this is. Oh my
She knew that was
God.
going to come back to haunt her. Okay,
Oh
let me
my.
get through this here.
I'm sorry, Michael. I'm sorry, Michael. I'm having visceral and ridiculous reactions to how they revoked their bail with this shit. And that doesn't even go how they took the child away. Okay.
That's an interesting observation, because I don't believe McCarthy had this information. Maybe I'm wrong, but it didn't appear in my review of all the other materials. They're adding it in now, I think, to support and give the full panel some reason to reinforce the judge's decision. So I can't wait to see see. There's no reply. There's no reply brief that's going to be presented. And there's no oral arguments.
Our government dollars at work here with this prosecutor. Okay.
After high school, Ms. Mazzone and Officer Fitzsimmons did not stay close. Well, of course, because she was a drunk that beats people. So Ms. Mazzone was not aware if these issues worsened or got better. Ms. Mazzone stated that a lot of people were shocked by Officer Fitzsimmons' behavior on the night of the 28th, but she knew Officer Fitzsimmons' history. Oh, man. She felt this was Officer Fitzsimmons reverting back to her old ways.
Wait. So she didn't say anything about the fact that she was a corrections officer. She didn't say anything about the fact that she passed the police, that she was a police officer, that she was then reviewed to be a police. She didn't say anything about that. I recall. Let's see. Don't give chat. Okay, you're all very active tonight. Okay, you're really all very active tonight. Give me people that were, let's see, juvenile delinquents and then become to be really important people. Okay, I'll give you one. Did you know that my husband, when he was 6 years old, was sent to a juvenile delinquent school, or was it 4? Michael, were you 4 years old or were you 6 years old? Okay, all right. Let's revert back, honey. I'm sorry, I had to use you as an example because because
he came out okay. He came out all right. He came out okay. So it's just, to me, this is amazing that they're dragging this into this proceeding to just, as I said at the very beginning, to dirty her up and going to great lengths. And why don't they have quotes from Ms. Mazzone? All they have are these, paraphrasings. Why don't they have quotes from her?